Let me paint a scenario here for you, Paul Thurrott.
Mm-hmm.
It is approximately 10:15 p.m. in the evening. I typically go to bed no later than 10:30. Like 10:30 is like my max. Playing Call of Duty, trying to grind a shotgun because there's an auto shotgun that I want to unlock, but you have to get a terrible shotgun up to level 18. And so I'm playing. I'm like, all right, 10:15, need to go to bed. And I get the weapon to level 15. I needed to get to 18. But Paul Thurrott, at level 15 on this particular shotgun, you unlock Dragon's Breath shells. And I'm like, I don't know if I could wait till tomorrow to figure out what those do.
What do they do, and how late did you stay up?
Later than I'd like to admit.
Oh.
And they light people on fire.
Wow. I oddly last night my wife went to yoga. Usually I use this opportunity to work on the book. I missed a couple of days because of all the travel and the dog stuff, and I played Call of Duty instead. I don't have any still goalless. I mean, I'm advancing, unlocking things. I'm just sticking with the same weapon. I've kind of loaded it out. You get like, I don't know, fun things you can add to it or something, and it seems to work well. I don't know. I went and tried to. There's things you can figure like kill streaks, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think they call them kill streaks again. And then there's the thing you get where you do the two bumpers, which I don't know what the name of that thing is, but the one I had during the beta was like a stim kit kind of a thing, which I really liked. And I don't even see that in there. So I don't have it, certainly.
Yeah.
So I wasted some time playing around with some of those things.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I finally played that thing you were talking about, the border thing, which I have to say I understand why people wouldn't like it, but I actually don't have a problem with it. I'm mostly okay with the maps.
Yeah. Just the one. I just don't like the car one. But, yeah.
You don't like the car? Yeah, no, I understand. Yeah, I had some good games. I've had some bad games. But
best of times, worst.
I'd like to know my KD. That's infuriating.
Yeah, that would be like stats,
make any
basic
sense.
Features of Call of Duty would be nice.
Yep, I saw an article this morning going through my feed. It said like how to see your KD in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and I'm like, okay, please. And you can't. You can see it after the game from the game, but you can't.
The first line item was Excel. It's like we've already.
Yeah, keep track of it from day one, and you'll probably have a rough idea.
Notebook.
I got to be roughly even. I'm overall. I've had some terrific games, and then some like I have games because you can't tell what it is in the game, so you're like, I didn't do great. Maybe I went 12 over 12 or something, and then you get it, you're like 12 and 23, and you're like, ooh, that's not what I'm looking for.
Yep.
I don't know. It's good.
So Amazon did something somewhat interesting yesterday. So if you're a Prime user, you can now access their entire music catalog. But I haven't tried this yet, but I think you have to keep it on shuffle. Like you can't
choose songs. So you're right.
Yeah.
So I saw this headline. I thought to myself, that's amazing.
Yeah.
How are they going to differentiate between the paid thing, which for unlimited, which is like their version of Spotify Premium or whatever, which is $9.99 a month for most people, or $8.99 if you're Prime. And they do have some, they have spatial music and HD music and I don't know what else, whatever. I don't know, other things, doesn't matter. So I'm like, wow, that's really impressive. And everyone else is raising prices, and these guys are like making it easier. And then I went and looked at it, and I'm like, you can't pick a song.
Mm-hmm.
You can shuffle an album, and if you want to hear a song, you just have to you can hit next. You can go next infinitely. So for example, like the Beatles Revolver album was recently redone, which is, by the way, astonishing. The problem with that album is it's like, 10 or 12 songs, 10 or 12 songs in mono, and then 2 albums worth of outtakes, other versions, songs in progress. So if you wanted to hear the, 2022 remix of Eleanor Rigby, you might have some clicking to do, so we're not going to get having to pay for this kind of thing. So anyway, I guess it's better, although as some people have pointed out, so the way they used to do, this is 100 million songs, right? That's the full catalog. That's what everyone has. The previous deal was Prime users got 2 million songs, which sounds like a horrible small selection compared to everything, but you could just choose individual songs. So
Yeah.
it's like, what would you rather have? So a lot of people I'd kind of like to have it back the way it was. Their
I don't
goal
know.
is to get you to pay for the service, right? They want you to. Even an album, I mean, it kind of usurps the point of an album, right? They make, not that there are many good albums these days, but Revolver's a great example. You want to play that thing straight through.
Mm-hmm.
You can't.
Yeah. Interesting thing YouTube is doing. They're offering streaming subscriptions with their primetime channels. This is an interesting move. And a lot of people are speculating that YouTube is really making a run for becoming just the landing page for all streaming content. Which,
Why not? I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, if I wasn't married, which is a doofy thing to say, but I mean, bear with me for one moment. I would probably spend most of my time watching video on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because I am married, we watch things together. We would watch Netflix or whatever, Apple TV. But I spend a lot of time on YouTube, and I can see it. By the way, sorry, this just flashed into my brain. This is something I have not looked into, but the other thing you get with Amazon Music, and I think it's free to Prime users, is access to Wondery content, which is a podcast channel. They're extremely popular because they've done a lot of true crime type stuff.
Yeah.
So if you want to listen to those things ad free, Amazon owns them, and they offer other podcast house, content. I think it's in the free with Prime version of that service as well. Sorry, just to.
Yeah, no.
I got to go look that up, but I think that's the deal. And if that's the case, having listened to a bunch of that, that's kind of a neat thing to get. Like you wonder, he used to charge. Well, it's probably still charges, but they have a pro premium service, whatever, for no ads. But if you're paying for premium, I think you get that with that subscription too, which is neat.
Yeah. Those are kind of the big ones, right? We're still waiting on, by November 8th, the EU should issue their ruling related to the Xbox Activision stuff, but it looks like they're already leaked out that they're going to go to a phase 2 or whatever.
I was going to say, I think their decision is we're going to keep deciding. That's what it looks like, yeah.
So we haven't
surprising.
So like I said, we haven't heard anything on the U.S. side yet, though.
Not a thing. Yeah, not a thing. I just keep thinking the same thing. I don't see the problem there. It's the easiest solution in the world. If there is a concern about Call of Duty, which seems like the only sticking point for anybody, the solution has been made available. We're going to expand the availability of Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Right. We're going to pull a Minecraft on this thing.
Yeah, I mean that's
by which I mean they're going to make a version of Call of Duty in Java. So that will make everyone happy.
That would be. Jesus.
Hey, I mean, they put Doom on everything. What's the difference?
Yeah, that's really kind of all we got at this point. So.
Yeah. What is today? Wednesday? Something.
Today is Wednesday. So we'll see if anything happens today, tomorrow. Maybe not.
Yeah, new builds, maybe. You never know.